they don't be tiptoeing, man. All right, got 192 people. Yeah, let's get it popping. So I had a conversation with the brothers of Gen Z last week. They had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much of it was positive, but you just got to go watch the episode. I talked to the ladies of millennials, Gen X, and baby boomer, I think, yesterday. And you'd be surprised in they take on Generation Z. But let me ask you guys, how do you guys view the older generations? What's your take on them?
They tired.
They tired?
Yeah, they just tired. Like
What that
their
mean?
mindset,
Yes,
mentality,
and
certain things is like they stuck. They just so tired. Like they don't. It's not. Nobody's growing. I feel like we're the only generation that's like actively growing.
So
like
so
with
hold
the
on.
time,
So
like with society.
hold on now, I got you. So when you say they tired, it's like they washed up.
Yeah, they washed up. Like they just need to go to bed. Like they just tired. Like
God damn, you say
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
exactly.
Wow.
okay. Which generation get on your nerves the most, yes?
Um, Gen X.
Wow.
Why the Gen X's?
I feel like that's my mother's generation. She just
Okay.
irritating sometimes, and I feel like a lot of them um are just kind of stuck. Like they feel like we should live the same life they live because that's how they're getting it. But
Uh-huh.
it's like we're different. Like we're different. So
Okay. All right. Well, you started off with a bang, you feel me? Shots fired. Nyla, you wanted to get in there? Go ahead.
She practically said everything I had to say. Like
Yeah.
they just not with like they're not modern. Like you got to stay up, and they too worried about what happened before and how they grew up, and they want things to say that way. But like we grown and evolving, so
Word. Okay. What so can you give me when you say evolving, like what instructions do you get and you're like, yo, that's outdated and played out? Can you name like a specific instruction or recommendation
like
that you get?
I got one.
for like my grandparents, like I'm aware of what I want, but I respect your house. You know what I mean? But like
Mhm.
you ain't gotta worry about nobody out here like touching me, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
none of that. Like I feel like I can go out the house and wear what I want. Like we live in a day and age, yeah, there's crazy people around, but like, like females can go out and wear whatever they want now. Like you ain't gotta worry about covering up all the time and you know.
All right, hold on. Don't set off too many sirens just yet. So you saying they telling you cover up? You like why? This ain't
I
you
don't
saying
really
it's
say
safe
why
out
because
here?
I mean I don't really say why because I mean I know where they're coming from, but like it's not like back in the day, like you know what I mean? Like
You
I feel
feel
like
liberated
mm,
as compared to your grandma and them?
I mean, yeah, like I get why like they had to, back in the day, but like me now, like I
Like
can wear
what?
what I want to wear and feel comfortable and like no, I mean, obviously there be stuff going on, but like you got to put yourself in certain situations. So if you in the right situation, like you ain't really got to worry about like nobody coming up and grabbing you or doing nothing like that. Like it just depends where you are for real. But like I'm saying like my grandparents like I can't even wear jean shorts out the house. So like it's like
Mm.
that. Nothing like, I'm showing too much cleavage. It's just like shorts, like.
Damn. Okay. Ari, I seen you unmuted. What you wanted to chime in on?
On both of them. So basically, I feel like honestly, I just feel like history repeats itself, and
Mhm.
I feel like I was just talking to my friends about it. The debate, oh, these kids younger than me, like 5 years old, listening to Sexy Red and running around and stuff like that. I think history repeats itself because my mother's generation, they had music that was like their grandmothers were like, I would never sing no stuff like that because they were singing jazz and shoo-bop doo-bop. It's just things changed, but it's the same thing over and over again. And it's like you kind of, as I get older, when I was even like 3 years ago, things I would look at like, oh, I'm young, I'm I'm 18, I'm doing what I want to do. And now it's like, okay, I see because I know better now. So I think they kind of need to give us the grace to get a chance to live that before they jump down our back, because the more you say no, don't do that, especially a lot of older people don't like to give a why. They just like to give, you shouldn't do this because I told you, I've been through it, you shouldn't do it, but not give us more detail on what to wear and stuff. Like, you want to talk about what to wear, well, let's talk about the predators out there. That's really why you don't want me to wear what I don't want to wear, because they're predators. Let's go have those conversations. And I think they like to shy away from those conversations because they know.
Hmm.
But
So, all right, question. Do you think your generation has to learn by putting your hand on the stove, or can somebody tell you it's hot?
I think that's just human nature. There's some people where it's like, okay, if I tell you, you might, I'm gonna let, they gonna do it. But there are other people, they gotta put their hand on the stove.
Hmm.
It just
So,
depends what the situation is.
so
Like,
let
I
me
don't
ask.
have to go out and murder somebody to know I'm gonna go to jail. But if you tell me you shouldn't go out and party every week, you should work your college years, you should work so in your 30s you can do what you need to do. You have money. It's kind of like, you gotta let me do that on my own.
Okay. So let me ask you. You think the majority or minority of your generation has to learn by doing?
I think I think majority,
Really?
honestly.
Damn. Even with so much information at your fingertips, you think you still got to go out and experience like the bad things?
I think it's just human nature. People want to find out for themselves. Everybody thinks they're different. Everybody thinks their
That's
circumstances are
true.
different. That could
Hmm.
never be me.
Hmm.
I know what
Yeah.
I know until it's put in your face. So
Everybody the exception, right? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Jayla, what you think? The ladies on point. What you think about the other older generations?
I agree wholeheartedly with what Ari said. Honestly, I feel like it just comes from experience. I mean, everybody have different upbringings. Like my mama, she's mama. How old you is? Girl, I didn't ask you to come. My mama, like she like 37. I'm 22. So it's like, growing up with her, we kind of grew up together.
Damn.
So I watched her and her experiences and I learned from it. So a lot of situations I was able to avoid because I got to experience that firsthand versus somebody growing up with older parents and, 10
Yeah.
more older parents tend to shelter them kids more because, that's how they grew up. But my
Jayla,
mom, what's
Jayla,
up?
they say that is one of the potential issues is that friends, or excuse me, parents that are a little bit younger, like your mother, are
Hmm.
friends with their children, and so the same lessons and values aren't instilled. What say you about that?
Um, I I'm 50-50 on it. I feel like
Hmm.
I'm thankful to have the mother that I have, but also I have my father too. And he grew up, with the older folks. And I was with him a lot of the time.
Hmm.
So being the girl, I'm the only child and I'm growing up with my daddy. A lot of stuff wasn't flying. It wasn't going. But also I got to
Okay.
experience it on my mama's end. So I really
Hmm.
had the best of both worlds. But I just feel like it just depends on your upbringing. But I can
Okay.
say a lot of the girls in our generation now, like, don't beat me up. But we losing recipes. We losing recipes.
Break that down for me.
We losing the recipes. They lost.
I'm a tag team my sister, because I think in some aspects we are losing recipes, but I think it's because I'm about to be 22 as well. My birthday's in 2 weeks, just to let y'all know. But I think everybody's so in a rush to just get to the finish line. They're losing that middle ground and what makes the finish point so much better, because everybody just wants to be there, but it's that journey to go through it, because everybody wants to have money. Everybody wants to have a man that can provide and can do this. But to get that, you have to have your own. You have to have something to fall back on.
Mm.
Want a luxury career, but you're in school cheating on every assignment. You know, you have they and then with the parents, my mother's older. My mother is in her 50s, in her mid 50s. And I had the I had the kind of mom that is like, she's gonna let me put my hand. If I ask her a question, she's gonna give me the real raw. She's not gonna sugarcoat it. And if I wanted to go out and touch the stove, she's gonna let me. and then she's gonna come back and be like, "Now what did you learn?" And she bashed me for it. We butted heads when I was younger, but then I had to realize, like, okay, she was right. I'm at this point where Mama was right.
Okay. Well, I want to dive more into the recipes, but I gotta get Chloe. And Chloe, was popping?
What's up?
You tell me, man.
I really agree with what Ari and is it Jayla
Jayla?
was saying. It was something that Ari had said earlier. Forgive my memory, but it was something along the lines of like we couldn't ask why or something like that. And I feel like a major difference that I do see between like the older generation and our generation is like our generation, we're more open to communication, whereas I feel like that older generation, it was like, cause I said so. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, because I used to be a childcare teacher, and the kids would ask why. Like I would give an instruction, and sometimes the response would be, "Well, why?" And I had to like unprogram my mind from that because I said so, and actually let them know like, "Hey, here's why." You know, like actually educate them on why I'm saying what I'm saying or why I'm instructing them what I'm instructing them. Like, hey, don't climb the fence or don't go outside the fence or whatever. Why? Because I said so. They don't really learn much from that. You know what I'm saying? But if I say, hey, don't climb the fence, and they say why, and I say because you can slip and you can fall and you can actually really hurt yourself. You know, now they've learned something without having to physically learn the thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing that I definitely noticed between our generation and their generation. My dad, he always say like when he was young, he wouldn't even dare part his lips to ask why, because he immediately got popped in the mouth.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas like I said, with our generation, I think we're a lot more open to communication and discussing certain things, you know, having uncomfortable conversations and kind of I think our generation is really trying to unlearn a lot of, you know, the older generation's ways and patterns and stuff like that, you know.
Damn. Okay.
That's my little
No, it's good. It's good. Because I want to drop the link. So I'm asking questions. I have some follow-up questions, but I'm saving them just because people may come up and ask them. So I don't want to use them up. Interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So if you guys are saying like, yo, so Yaz said they washed. Do you guys largely agree? We get it that there's outliers, but you saying, yo, we trying to unlearn that bullshit. We want to understand why so we can actually learn as opposed to just going through the motions. So y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
As a summation?
I think that goes with everything because I see a lot of debates where they're like, oh, your generation, y'all are so sensitive. No, we just know what it is. We can call a spade now. Back then, it was just like, oh, mama's mad. But now mama's depressed. Mama has postpartum. Your child, like, they're going through something. We could call it what it is. Oh, she's not just funny and crazy. She's schizophrenic.
Man, hold on, Ari. You you shooting at these old motherfuckers, man. Damn.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Let me read these super chats real quick, man. Jarice was popping, my boy. He said, shout out him. I'm a millennial, by the way. Indeed. John was popping. He said, what's good, my French brother? How you? Hope all is well. Appreciate you, Bob, with the $10 donation. Ashton, what up with the $5 says, I told y'all them young girls not listening to Cali Bev. Them little ladies got switches with the red beam on it, too. P. Rothstein, what up, though? With the $10 says, as a parent of a 26-year-old daughter, I don't have a problem with what she wears and where she goes as long as she got her own place to stay because my home has rules. Follow them or get your own. Just saying. Okay. The Red Pill Ranger was popping with the $5 says, what up, Hamp and young ladies? I'm just here to see what the sisterhood got to say. FYI, Ari is right. People be 40 and still think they're an exception. Damn. Andre, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Ari, you on point. There's nothing new under the sun. The older gens don't listen. You just need to filter the language. Situations different, principles the same. Mr. Gary Grant, appreciate you, man, with the 20 ball.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Gary Grant with the 20 ball says Gen Z has all the info, but still will make the same mistakes over and over again. The difference between them and Gen X, we are half full and they are half empty. Damn.
Wow.
The Chicken Little syndrome, the sky is always falling. Big up, DJ. Appreciate you, Mr. Grant. Yeah, man, they got the sentiment that was shared. Y'all kind of touched on it is, so y'all said, no, we understand what these feelings are. We want to understand why they are, but they just saying y'all soft as hell and y'all always complaining. That's why he said the sky is always falling. Damn. So let me ask y'all, and we out.